Hi, my name is Dylan Lennon. I'm a senior at St. George's Technical High School. I was heavily involved with the school in NHS, National Technical Honor Society. I was on the executive board for National Honor Society. I played volleyball all 4 years of high school. I was captain my senior year. And I was also pretty involved in the Unlock the Light student group that we have that Miss Cunningham runs. Going into St. George's my freshman year, I'm not gonna lie, nurse tech was not on my radar at all. I was not expecting to pick it. It wasn't even a thought in my head. And I wanted to work with kids. I knew that's what I wanted to do. I didn't want adults anywhere in my future. I just didn't want to work with them. I love kids. But after touring, I realized how much I love nurse tech, and you truly get to just help people in the shop, and that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to make a difference. I want to help people in any way I can, even if it's in small or big ways. And actually, fun fact, when I turned in my paper to pick my shop, early childhood was my top choice, but there was just something in my gut telling me to change it, which I wasn't allowed to do, but I somehow convinced my cat teacher to let me change it, and I put nurse tech as my number one choice. And it is by far the best decision I've made at St. George's. Like, that decision will impact the rest of my life, and it has benefited me in so many ways. I don't regret it at all. I definitely considered early childhood. Like I said, that was one of my top choices, and EMS was also a top choice. But I liked the fact that in nurse tech, you actually get a certification that I would use the rest of my life, and EMT just wasn't that wasn't my thing. That's not what I wanted to do. And a CNA, like being able to have that and have a jump start before everyone else when I go to nursing school, was very appealing, and I wanted to do that. My favorite part about nurse tech was definitely the lab. Mine was cut a little short because of COVID, but the time that I did have in the lab and being able to learn and grow with my classmates is one of a kind. You're not going to get that at any other high school, and being in the lab and getting that like raw experience is so beneficial, and it definitely prepared me for when I'm in work, like in actual scenarios where I need those things. And also the skills that we learn in the lab will benefit me the rest of my life. Like, I know how to be compassionate towards others. I know how to help others, especially being in the medical field. Like, I need to know these skills, like bed making, hand washing. Like, I know that seems small, but they truly will help you in the jobs that you eventually will get as a nurse. In terms of textbook knowledge, I mean, the anatomy we learned will be beneficial regardless if I'm in the medical field or not. It's just good knowledge to have. And it's also very helpful because in college I'm going to be taking anatomy, and college anatomy is probably way harder than high school. So having that backup of already knowing all of that information will put me ahead of all of my class. Some valuable life lessons I have learned in nurse tech are definitely to be compassionate to others. I mean, I feel like that's what it's all about, is you're helping others get better or get to where they want to be in life. And that has truly made me a better person all around, not just in terms of my job, but it's helped me be a better person. I look at the world differently after being in nurse tech. Seeing what these people go through, it's horrific, and knowing that I can help them and how to help them will change the way you look at life and change the way you treat people. In terms of being a CNA at the end of 11th grade, that is just a huge accomplishment. It's remarkable for me as a 17-year-old to get that. You don't get that in a lot of schools or even some other shops. Like, you won't be able to say that you're a certified nursing assistant. And it just puts you ahead of everyone because you have a leg up. You already know what the deal is. You know what to do. Also, it's really beneficial in terms of applying to colleges and applying to jobs. You already having your CNA, it just makes you a better candidate. They'll want you more because you already know what you're doing. In terms of co-op opportunities, I had a ton of options. Having your CNA gives you a leg up. It makes you a popular person to want to hire. They will want you over someone else who doesn't have it. I work at Encompass Health in Middletown. It's a rehab facility, and they take a ton of nurse tech students, St. George students, because they love us. We are good at our jobs. We know what we're doing. Cunningham has taught us very, very well, and we always are willing to pick up shifts because we're eager to work. We want to work and do all of those things. In terms of long-term goals, I eventually want to work in the NICU. I want to work with babies. I'll do that by going to med school And I'm also able to like test out of some of my classes because I have these already like clinical experience, the CNA, and like all my anatomy courses. I'll be able to test out some classes which would just help me get to the NICU nursing section faster. That's long term, but I will first start off by just being a nurse, maybe at Christiana, because I'm going to University of Delaware in the nursing program. I'll be living on campus there 4 years. And yeah, so I think my plan would be to work at Christiana after, just to get more experience before I dive into the specialty I want. Being a Votech graduate will definitely set me apart from other graduates, just because we have the raw experience. Because in terms of clinical, which you'll do in college in your nursing program, you will not understand it until you actually experience it. Like, your teachers can prepare you as much as they want, but until you experience it and actually do it, it's so different. I mean, clinical was so different from how I was expecting when I took it in high school. So I think having that leg up, having that previous experience, especially in terms of talking to patients, because my first time at clinical, I was very nervous to like communicate with the patients and be friendly with them and actually talk to them, or having the guts to go up and talk to the nurses or your charge nurses and everything. I think already having that will give me a huge leg up, and I'll just be really good in clinical when I go in college compared to other people who are walking in there not having any form of experience being with patients and having to work with them and show compassion and being able to talk to nurses. In terms of already having CNA knowledge, that again is just a huge leg up compared to other people. The things you learn in nurse tech truly will benefit you, especially in terms of your co-op job and in college. I mean, I've taken some like prerequisite classes already, and I know most of the information when some other nursing students who I'm talking to who didn't graduate from St. George's don't know it, and they're asking me for help because I learned this information already. I studied it. It was drilled into you in high school, so it will definitely help you in college, having that leg up and basically knowing all the information before it's taught to you. Obviously not all the information, but definitely a lot of the things that I will learn in nursing school, I have already touched on at least in high school. In terms of balancing work and school, it's definitely hard. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. It was really hard for me to manage at first, but once you find that balance and knowing, oh, these days is meant for homework, these days I'm meant to work, it really helps. And also, our teachers make it really easy for us. They don't ask for a lot our senior year because they know that we're out working. So once you get the hang of it and you can make your schedule and you feel comfortable with your schedule, it's really not that hard and it's pretty easy to manage. And any advice I want to give to future nurse tech students, truly try hard in class, because this information, I can't stress it enough, will help you the rest of your life. Regardless if you're in the medical field or not, it will benefit you. Just knowing information about mental disorders and how having to help your friends, or noticing the signs of mental disorders, or, you know, when I'm a mom, when I'm older, and like helping my kids if something's wrong, like, or in terms of anatomy and any anatomy classes you have to take in college, or helping other people who need to take anatomy classes. Just in any way, this information is good to know, regardless if you're going to stay in the medical field or not. And finally, I want to give a huge thank you to Miss Cunningham. Miss Cunningham was truly one of the best teachers I've ever had. She helped me grow so much as a student. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get emotional. She helped me grow so much as a student. She taught me so many more things that I would have never expected to come out of high school with. She made me have thicker skin. She taught me how to stick up for myself. She was always there if you ever needed to talk to her. She truly is an amazing teacher, and you shouldn't take her for granted. You should really cherish the time you have with her, because she will make an impact on your life regardless, in any way. She will help you. Cunningham, thank you so much for the past 4 years, and I'm gonna miss you like crazy. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm getting emotional. And just thank you for everything that you've done for me, and you truly have made me a better person, and you're one of the best teachers I've ever had, in case you're not told enough. You're an amazing teacher, and you truly made an impact on my life and will change me forever, and I will never forget the times that we had in class.